Alright guys, so I have my face basically prepped already and my eyeshadow done. I just have some translucent powder under my eyes just to catch any fallout. I haven't played with these shadows yet at all. So yeah, let's get into the look. Alright guys, so first things first, eyeshadow's already done for the most part. Let me zoom you in a little bit more. Perfect. So I think I'm going to go in with, so here's the palette right here. The shades are absolutely stunning. I have them swatched right here. Don't mind the red lipstick colors. But honestly, super nice. I actually really like this formula. It's almost like a pressed, really just moist pigment. And I know everyone loves the word moist. Yeah, moist. So I'm going to be taking this color right here. And I'm going to take it with my fingers. I know these two said to use wet. But I feel like fingers is fine. That pigmentation though. And these shadows are so nice, and I kind of like that they did something different and did more like, wow, like it almost looks like glossy on the lids, like you can see through it a little bit, which I love. It's kind of stinging my eye a little bit, and I'm sure someone in the comments is gonna say something stupid about that. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any stinging from these shadows. Yeah, my eyelid's actually like straight up like stinging right now, which I don't know, that's kind of weird. I've never experienced that before. Like right in here it's stinging a little bit, but it's stunning so far, so hopefully that kind of dies down. But yeah, back to what I was saying, I really like that they chose to do more so a palette of shimmer shades to complete looks, because honestly there's so many like matte, like warm palettes on the market, and so many like just typical palettes that you would just expect to see. So it's kind of nice to see a nice like switch up and kind of get a variety of shimmers that you can use in unison with obviously your Dose of Colors palettes. Yeah, so these are irritating my eyes a little bit, which I've never experienced. So I'm hoping that this does kind of dissipate and kind of like calm down. It's not even like a bad stinging, it's just like my eyes feel a little bit irritated, which again, I don't know what that's from. I do like that the shadow is really holding its place and it's not like moving around too much or anything too crazy. And there wasn't a lot of fallout either. But just to show you guys, I'm going to do swatches. One that is powdery is definitely this one. It's not like super powdery though. And you get full pigment right from the get-go, and the shadows are stunning. And they're not like super like typical shadows that you have in every single eyeshadow palette, which I like. So I'm going to finish off the eyes really quickly and then we're going to move on to face. So these are the two highlighters here. This one's the lighter one, this one's the darker one. And the packaging is just like so ridiculously stunning. Like honestly you guys, I could just stare at these all day long. Like it's ridiculous. I'm going to take Fuego, which is the lighter gold, on my Anastasia A23 brush, I believe this is. And I'm going to take it, it's really pigmented, and just kind of dust on the top of the cheeks. And so far it doesn't look crepey and gross. I did kind of experience some like crepey and dryness from the other Dose of Colors highlights that they had launched, and I really wanted to love them because I really do love Dose of Colors products, but so far highlights have not been the best. Even their original like baked ones on me, it wasn't pretty. Like it really wasn't pretty. And I do have more texture than I normally would right now because my skin's going through it this week. And it's not too dusty either, which I feel like as of late, highlights that have launched have either been too dusty or they're like dusty with random chunky glitter in it, which falls like down here, or they're like basically a foiled eyeshadow and it just looks gross and like crepey, and it's almost like the eyeshadow has too much coverage. I mean the highlighter has like too much coverage and it just looks like crepey skin all along your cheek. So these are definitely a really good formula. Very like glowy but not over the top, not too much, but you can definitely get a super strong highlight from this. So off camera, I'm going to finish off the rest of my face and we'll come right back to do the lips. And we're going to do swatches of every single shade. So the first color I'm going to go in with is called No Shade, and it's a regular lipstick. And it's a nice, like look at the coverage on that. Like, it's so opaque. And it's just a nice nude. And I'm going to apply this with no lip liner so you can see true to color. Alright, so this is No Shade on the lips, and one thing I really want to note is how pigmented these are. Now, I have very dark lips, so for a color this nude to apply this evenly, not patchy, still hydrating, and not like gross, I actually like I've never actually put a nude on by itself like this and it be this opaque and kind of like of course it's more of a light nude, but at the same time it looks okay. If that makes sense. Obviously, I would probably use with a lip liner personally, just because it's like a personal preference of mine. But by itself, it holds its own, and it's not streaky, it's not heavy, it's not drying, but it's also matte, but still hydrating at the same time. So I think they nailed the formula, but yeah, moving on to the next color. So this is my lip color with like no foundation over it or anything, and now I'm taking the shade More Creamer Please, which is more of a darker, like camely nude, which I really don't have one like this in my collection, so let's see. So this is More Creamer Please on the lips. Now, on me, it definitely goes more, sorry, I'm looking at my mirror right here. It looks a little bit more like orangey yellow on me. I do like it, and I definitely feel like both of these colors are something that I don't have 10 of in my collection. Definitely with the more, like this lip color, I don't have anything really like it, and I like it. It's just different and takes a little bit to get used to, but it's a very unique nude without being too over the top, and I feel like with a nice like mustardy eye or like one of those like, you know, camel eyes would be really nice too. And again, the formula is very nice. It doesn't sink into lines too much and it's not too heavy either. So let's move on to the liquid lipstick. So actually before I move on to liquid lipsticks, because Dose of Color's bright liquid lipsticks usually do stain my lips a bit, I want to do the over the top gloss on my natural lip color so you can get an idea. And this is like stunning. And I tried this on last night and I love it. So this is over the top on the lips, and it's actually super nice. What I like about this is that it's not sticky and it's not heavy, and you can't feel the glitter particles when you rub your lips together. And even from afar, like me looking at my mirror like right in front of me, I can't see visible glitter, but my lips do look a lot more shiny than with the regular clear gloss. Like, I don't know if you can see glitter on the camera, but super nice, not sticky, not too heavy, and I'm definitely looking forward to adding this on top of a lot of my nude lipsticks that I wear on an everyday basis, because I feel like it's a nice lip topper without being too much, because I feel like the Jouer like lip toppers, which obviously are not a gloss, I know that, the glitter flecks just get kind of everywhere. But this one is nice because it kind of stays on the lips. And last night I applied this with like no makeup on just to like try it on because I was bored. And it literally, like I had to take it off in order to get it off. It wasn't something that I just kind of like disappeared on its own. So yeah, moving on. So I actually like that the new packaging for the liquid lipsticks, you can't see the color. This one is Hot Fire, which is the orange one. So it's kind of like a surprise inside. If it was like a full line of like 6 or more, I'm sure that everyone would be like pissed off because you couldn't tell which color it is. But I mean, it's just 2 lip colors, so it'll be easy to find in your collection. And I'm gonna apply this now. So this is Hot Fire on the lips, and I actually really like it. I feel like this formula is a little bit better, bright formula wise, just because the not Hot Fire, what's it called? Kissifier from Dose of Colors. When I wear that one, it's very like watery almost. This formula is definitely a little bit thicker and more moussey, which I kind of like. I am noticing a little bit of streakiness in certain areas, but that's kind of to be expected with bright liquid lipsticks. You just kind of play around with them. And for me, instead of applying another coat, I kind of put it on like a flat brush and then I pressed it over those like patchy areas, and it smooths out perfectly. That's just usually what I kind of get with orange liquid lipsticks, but this color is actually very comfortable. It doesn't feel drying. It doesn't feel sticky or anything like that, and it just looks really nice. It doesn't emphasize lip lines too, which is amazing. And yeah. And then I'm going to apply the darker color. The sticker actually came on the side instead of the bottom. I wonder if it'll come. Oh, perfect. There, perfect. And it's called Sauvage. And this one's the darker color, so let's see how it goes. So honestly, I thought this would be way more patchy than the Hot Fire color, but I feel like this is the most pigmented dark liquid lipstick I have in my collection without being too dry, but it's still matte, like, and it's completely dry. Obviously my lip lining job could be a little bit better, but I just had 3 shots of espresso, well, 3 shots throughout the day, so shaky hands. And yeah, but like this color honestly is so comfortable, and it feels like I'm not even wearing a lip color, which I have never experienced with like matte dark liquid lipsticks. Usually they feel a little bit on the heavier side, or they dry down to that almost like plasticky liquid lipstick finish where it's matte and transfer proof, but it looks almost like it has a bit of a shine to it. I can't explain it, but I'm sure you guys have tried a formula that's like that. Like this is completely matte, set, and ready to go, and I didn't need a lip liner or anything crazy like that. Usually I would have to use like a lip liner base and then go over with the liquid lipstick, but this is it on its own, and this is insane, like wow. So yeah, you guys, that basically wraps up my review of the Desi Katy Dose of Colors collection. I'm honestly like really obsessed. Outside of the packaging, like I'm still dying over this. Like, can we just talk about this for a second? Like literally stunning, but when you touch it, it's not like glued on glitter or anything like that. It's just the material. Like, this is insane. But overall, my favorites are probably the lip colors, just because I feel like they're very unique to my collection. The eyeshadows as well, I think it was very well thought out, and I also think that it's a lot different than any other collab or new launches as of late. I do want to note heavily that the eyeshadow did sting my eyelids. Now, I just want to put that out there because obviously this is a review and I want to be completely truthful. As of now, I don't feel anything. It's not stinging at all, but when I first applied it, for some weird reason, it was burning my eyelids. If I like have any redness or anything when I take off my eyeshadow, I'll list it in the description down below, and I'll link everything down below as well. And yeah, like I'm still obsessed with this lip color. Like I'm in shock at how pigmented this is. Like, and it's so comfortable, and there's like no transfer. And yeah, I hope you guys like this review. Let me know your thoughts down below. Did you guys get this? Were you able to get your hands on it? And it's great. So yeah, I hope you guys like this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down below. And until next time, I will see you then.